good a goal as you will see, plain and simple, from the edge of his own box. He beat the entire team pretty much, and then smashed it into the back of the net for his 6th goal of the season. Thomas Frank has to be delighted. Brennan Johnson scored tonight, scored his first ever Champions League goal. He was sent off for a straight red in the second half. Odobert got a goal, having been teed up by Randall Kolo Mawani, who might have had a couple himself before half-time. The Micky van der Ven goal was special, and then Christian Romero popped up as a centre forward, teed up Joao Palhinha, he scored. Richarlison hit the bar twice, first with a header and then with a penalty in stoppage time. It ended up being 4-0 to Tottenham, Joe. It could have been 5, 6, 7, whatever tonight. Tottenham fantastic.
Yeah, incredible game. A little bit of uncertainty before the game, of course. Copenhagen coming here, disappointing night for them, but a great night for Thomas Frank. Massive night for Tottenham Hotspur. Even with that Brennan Johnson red card, Micky van der Ven, wow.
Joe, thoroughly enjoyed your company tonight. We can confirm that Glenn Hoddle used to clean the golden cockerel. We can also confirm the golden moment tonight belongs to Micky van der Ven. Full-time, Tottenham Hotspur 4, FC Copenhagen 0.
Tottenham's biggest win of the season so far, and those two just absolutely delighted. What an absolutely bonkers game, and much more like it for Tottenham, Glenn.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, going down to 10 men, you're thinking, oh dear, if Copenhagen get a goal, this could be a tricky fight. But my word, they absolutely upped it. Yeah, Owen said it as we were talking. He said it will suit Tottenham because they could hit them on the break, and it did, didn't it? It was a much better performance in the second half. But all over, all round, it was a much better performance than the Chelsea one at the weekend. So delightful win.
That Micky van der Ven goal was quite something.
He's quite something. At 24 years old, he could go and be one of the best centre backs in the world. He has everything: size, speed. The goal was absolutely outrageous. It's like you're playing against kids. The way he was running away from him with the ball, the finish was amazing. And contrast that to the atmosphere after the Chelsea game, where he was blanking the manager and they're all getting booed off. Literally, they couldn't have played more different. Created loads, 4 goals, and probably could have had 8 if they were even a little bit more clinical.
Look, that is exactly, just what Owen's saying, that it's exactly what Spurs need. It's exactly what the fans want to see as well. And yes, there will be bigger challenges down the road, further than Copenhagen, but that's exactly what they needed to bounce back from.
Well, from the weekend, yes, and it's a stepping stone, you know, as you rightly say, Laura, against better opposition, they've got to play, and it's about players like Xavi Simons. He was gutted he had to come off because of the sending off, but at the end of the day, he had a really that's his best game in a Spurs shirt. He was creative, he looked, you know, had an assist, he might have had a couple of more assists, but at the end of the day, it's for him to grow as a player, because he's a creative spark. We've seen what he can do. Now, he hasn't done it yet in a Spurs shirt. He's going to need a little bit more time. Kolo, we were talking about, he needs a goal. If he gets a goal, he's off and running. He played well today.
He looked good today. He just didn't have the finishing boots on.
Didn't have his finishing boots, or the header. He should have scored. But no, it was a much more positive for the future performances. You know, not just tonight. Copenhagen weren't the strongest teams, but they go down to 10 men and they react like they did. Wonderful.
And you just see there, look, there's a lot of smiles on the faces of these players. We're going to get all the reaction. We're going to show you all of the goals as well. Richarlison missing that penalty too. But at that stage, it almost didn't matter because you're 4-0 up when you've already gone down to 10 men, and the confidence for this Spurs team was there. We're going to get some reaction from the pitch because Becky Eyes has just managed to go onto the pitch and find Micky van der Ven and see exactly how he's feeling. Let's catch up with them now.
Oh, Micky, congratulations. Is that exactly what was needed after the game at the weekend?
Yeah, for sure. It was a tough one at the weekend. To lose at home at Derby against Chelsea was really tough. So we needed to bounce back, and I think we did it perfectly.
Should we talk about it? Because I feel like a lot of people are going to be talking about this for quite a long time. What a goal that was tonight, right? You've got the ball on the edge of your own area. When you pick it up, what are you thinking?
To be honest, I saw a little gap in front of me, so I was like, okay, I start dribbling now, and I will see if they can catch up. And then I saw the space every time more and more, and then at one point I felt like, I'm through now. I think I go for goal now. And then I scored.
The confidence that you had for that finish, the physicality, the pace. I don't know if the physios are worried about your hamstrings running all the way down there.
Probably they were, to be honest, but no, I'm feeling good. And at this point also, I felt like amazing in the sprint as well. I felt like, okay, I can keep going, and I did.
And then from there, it was like you inspired Christian Romero, who suddenly popped up as a centre forward to square it to Palhinha, and you guys were just on fire.
Yeah, to be honest, like when we had the counter attack and I saw Guti up front, I was like, hey, what is he doing there? But he stayed calm and he gave a perfect assist to Joao, and also, yeah, good assist from him.
Look, it was like the perfect moment to score that goal, because this game could have turned on its head. You're 2-0 up, but then you're down to 10 men.
Yeah, of course, a tough moment when we get a red card. I think nothing was going on. Yeah, when we were 11 persons on the pitch, with a red card from Brennan, and then of course you think like, okay, it's gonna be tough. But I think we stayed cool and we did what we needed to do, and then we killed the game off.
Okay, perfect start. Man United back here at the weekend. Good to get some momentum before that.
Yeah, for sure. This was an important one, and now we recover and focus on Saturday. Big game there.
Well done, Micky.
Thank you.
Brilliant interview there with Micky van der Ven. I just love his reactions when he was saying, yep, I saw a little gap, I thought I'd take advantage of it. Joao Palhinha, by the way, was credited with the assist for that goal. He's the top goal scorer, 6 goals this season, Micky van der Ven.
Incredible player, as Owen just said. I think he could, unfortunately for Tottenham, fans won't want to hear me say this, but he could play in any team in the
Go through all of those goals, the penalty, the sending off as well, and the reaction from their manager, because that is a huge win for Spurs in the Champions League, and just a huge moment of confidence for this team and their fan base too. We'll be back in a few moments' time. And then Micky van der Ven with this incredible run in the game that we just showed there. Spurs against Copenhagen, and wow, right from the edge of his own box all the way up to score this goal, put it straight past the keeper. And what an incredible moment. That's after Spurs went down to 10 players and completed a 4-0 win eventually. So much to tell you about that game in particular. It was incredibly eventful, so if you've just joined us, or perhaps you just want to relive the goals and relive the moments, let's take you right back to 1-0. Glenn and Owen still alongside me. Brennan Johnson with this goal, and then a Xavi Simons assist for this. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, this is where they give the ball away, Copenhagen, in the middle there, and they go quickly. First pass forward, second pass forward, in behind. Johnson does well. Goalie makes it so easy for him, but that's a tougher finish than it looks. He really finishes that well. But they win the ball there. Bentancur, that's the thing. That's the first time Copenhagen put players ahead of the ball. Spurs win the ball, and that's the key. First pass forward, the second one forward. Great run from Johnson, and he just takes it beautifully. That's not as easy as it looks. It looks easy there. It's a nice little ball from Xavi Simons, who needed a good game, and he played well today. It's the best I've seen him actually today in a Spurs shirt. Great finish.
Yeah, and Brennan's is such a willing runner. He's so smart, kind of getting in at the back post. He's a good finisher when he gets in there. But that's Xavi Simons. There's been a lot of question marks around because he had a slow start. But on the half turn, he's a very good player. You can pass him the ball anywhere. But Glenn made a good point. He needs end product. Today, he obviously had that assist. He probably should have had a couple more, Glenn, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he should have done it.
He put a couple on the plate for Colin Moani. But I just thought overall the whole performance from Tottenham was so much better. They created so many more opportunities.
Let's talk about Colin Moani, because we're talking about end product. He didn't get this goal, but he did do very well to control it and get himself an assist for 2-0.
He did. I mean, you know, he played well. He played well. He just needs that first goal. Any striker needs a goal, and this is a bit of a unique goal in many ways. It's poor defended, we can say that, but the goalkeeper's had one of those horrible nights. But he's chased him in there. He's pressed him. That's the touch. That's the touch. It's a beautiful touch. Lovely little layoff, and Odobert just side foots it in, but it's poor defending, isn't it, Owen?
I mean, the goalkeeper had an absolute stinker, didn't he? I mean, this touch is like you do that for a laugh with your mates in the park, but the finish from Odobert is great. But he's such a handful. Colomoni, he's an amazing athlete. You remember he changed the World Cup final when he came on, and he can be a huge player for this Tottenham team. The thing is, he missed a couple of sitters before that, so to take that out of the air and then put it on the play for Odobert showed a lot of confidence. But I thought all Tottenham's goals were kind of almost on the counter-attack today.
They were.
Which is strange when you go down to 4, but let's go down to 10. Let's show you exactly how that happened. Owen, I want to stay with you, because when Brennan Johnson got this red card, you actually said, look, this could be a good thing for Spurs.
Not a good thing. I just think it will suit them, because in the end, I think Spurs are the best team away from home in the Premier League, the best. I mean, look, it's just, I don't think he means it like that, but attacker cuts across him and then he just catches him on the back of the leg, and I think
That's a yellow for me.
yeah, I thought it was. But I think the thing is that the referee looked at it on a still, and it looked more malicious than it was. Brennan's not really that type of player, but I just thought they can kind of sit in and defend well, and then hit Copenhagen on the counter. And I think Fletch said in commentary, never seen a team have a man up and
That's right.
and kind of turn like they did.
Yeah.
Just on that red card again, because while we were sat here, the two of you were like, "How is that going to be a red card?" Because when the referee was going to the monitor, you kind of know what's going to happen. If we can watch it again, this is what they said, and if you were watching the game, you could see it on the monitor too. Serious foul play. Tottenham's player number 22, using his studs, made a strong, unfair contact with the opponent's left ankle, which clearly endangered the safety of his opponent. And those are the rules. Now, if you watch it back with that in mind,
That intent there is to go for the ball. Rob.
Yeah.
It's a slide tackle. It's an old-fashioned, lovely slide tackle. He's trying to play the ball, and the guy's leg has got in the way. He's not been high. He's along the floor, sliding. He's not gone high.
He's not trying to follow through, is it?
No, he's going for the ball. His intention is to play the ball, and that's where the interpretation, people like the ref looks at it, and the first still we saw him.
The first thing he saw was the
slow
stats.
motion, and you're thinking, oh, the contact. Then he sees it a second time, and then you're thinking, well, he's going to give it. I just think the rules are so delicate, and they're so, in my opinion, there's so many wrong decisions. But that to me is not a red card, it's a yellow card.
well, if you're Brennan Johnson, you're probably sitting on the bench thinking like, it's a bit bittersweet really, isn't it? Because he's got himself sent off, and then his team have produced just some magic, and especially Micky van der Ven for this goal.
I mean, just sit back and enjoy this.
Yeah.
One of the best goals you'll ever see ever. What's he just sprinting by people that are not even there? That is. And to stay strong and then to finish. Come on, that's ridiculous. Goal of the season. Game over.
Already.
Look at
Done.
that.
Yep.
But we've seen him do it against United and with an assist, didn't we? He's done it at Old Trafford, but it's the finish for me. That's like a top striker's finish. Look, he has a little glance.
Yeah.
He's at full pace, has a glance. There's the gap, and he puts. Oh, it's a wonderful goal.
To have the confidence to keep hold of it as well, and to not cross it, because he had the option to, and he's not a striker that does this every week. But he is their top goal scorer.
Remarkable. I mean, no, they're all smiling now, and that's what happens when you win. But I just think having a player like Van der Ven in there, who's physically so special, size, he's a top goal scorer as your centre back, captain. Obviously, when Romero went off, he is really, really special.
Yeah, not only because he's good on the ball, but I think he loves to get tight, and he really is aggressive. And I think he's taken a little bit of Romero's game out with himself. He wants to get tight. He wants to make that tight. Gives a few fouls away, but any ball over the top, no one's going to outpace him in behind as well. So he's got every attribute you need in a good centre back.
Just while everyone was still revelling, I think, in that goal, about 2 minutes 40 later, there was another goal, about 2 minutes 40, kind of give or take maybe a second. This one from Palhinha.
Yeah, I mean, the best part about this is Romero thinks, forget it. If you're going to get in on the action, I'm getting in on this as well. I mean, you think you got your defensive midfield player in Palhinha. Romero, what's a cutback from Romero, by the way?
It is
and a great finish. I mean, what's a goal? Again, virtually every goal was like a carbon copy in transition, and I love this ball from Romero. So smart, but
we thought he might have been offside, but the automator's there. Look, it just shows you with your naked eye that you think, oh, it's offside, but that would work to treat. But it was a good finish from Palhinha. And as Owen said, as we were talking, it might suit Tottenham because they play well away from home when they're hitting teams on the break. At home, they've struggled to create and open teams up when they've banked in against them. But obviously, going to 10 men, they soak things up. I felt sorry for Xavi Simons. He had to be taken off because they put Palhinha on, and he was playing really well. And I think with the way the game went, he was probably sitting there on the bench going, oh, I'd have loved to be out there now.
And he did look disappointed, didn't he, when he came off?
Yeah.
I think he was really disappointed because I think the way, obviously the Chelsea game was a huge disappointment for everyone. He got a lot of criticism. He got subbed on and subbed off in the same game. But I thought he was terrific today. Probably could have a hat-trick of assists. But again, I think the fans gave him a real round of applause when he came off. I think they kind of understood as well. But most important thing is the team wins, and they got a huge one on the weekend against Manchester United. So that would be a special one.
It is.